Welcome to the online experience.
What is going on, guys? Peace, love, and light. It is your boy, Joshua Suarez.
And I'm Jimmy Levar, and this is the online experience.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Joshua Suarez. It's a pleasure to be on here.
Excuse me? Can I pay for everything here?
Yes.
You also have 60 seconds to grab whatever else you want, and I'll pay for it.
Really?
Yeah, timer starts now. Go.
Yeah.
Woo! There we go. Oh, I love it. I love it. Maybe one of these. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. All right. You have 10 seconds. 10. 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is a lot. Of course. Look at all this stuff. She already has a lot, so.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. You got a lot of towels here. Tell me what she's saying in the comments.
Des petits cadeaux, je viens d'arriver, je suis très très contente.
Yeah. Oh, no, you don't have to worry about any of that. See it? $4.99. Hey, 500. This is the entire receipt right here.
Thank you so much.
This is your last chance to enter to win this giveaway. About $1,000 in cash, Xbox Series X, and the PS5. Not just one, but two. There only is one of this one. Imagine a phone ring light. But you only have until this Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time when I'm gonna be selecting all the different people to win this stuff. You somebody that wants to be an influencer. On TikTok, I have 14 million followers.
Joshua Suarez.
So I created Viral University, which is an app that gives you all the secret information that nobody's telling you on how to become famous. I'm personally gonna show you the special sauce to success. It's what I've been using since day one, and it works across all platforms. But I only have a few slots left, so if you want to join, hurry now and download Viral University.
Thank you for joining us, brother. How is everything going?
Amazing, bro. I've just been working, hustling, and just kind of going with the flow.
Sick, man. All right, so I see a lot of things about you as far as like you do a lot of good things for people. I'm curious, where does that come from? Some people may look and be like, oh, is he doing that for the clicks? Is it authentic? I'm just curious to see your personal reasons for just doing good for people randomly.
Okay, so basically, I actually originally started social media back in the day about 5-6 years ago, and the purpose of that wasn't really to me like to just do social media. Like social media was more of like an outlet to be able to allow me to do what I truly wanted to do. And what it really came down for me was about like helping my mom and helping my family. And I knew that was a part of my talent, which was like being on camera. Like if somebody puts a camera out, I'm like, I switch and I'm a whole different person. And I used my talent to be able to help grow my social media presence so that I could actually then help my family, my mom, my brothers. And just that part right there is kind of just like what I get happiness from, is like seeing other people happy. So like, and I would like give something to my mom, like $10,000, she would get like all ecstatic and stuff. And that's truly to me, what brings happiness to me, not the money, it's what it does for others. So that's why like whenever I do go and buy people's groceries and I'm like, all right, you got like 30 seconds, get whatever you want and I'll pay for it. And it comes out sometimes to like $500, $600. And like, they're like, are you really about to pay for this? I'm like, yeah, I got you. And their face like lights up. And I don't know, I just love that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's even sick to watch. I mean, so like, it's great. Like, that's really dope that you do that, man. Respect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's awesome. It's like, you're a beautiful being, spreading light in this universe. Every time that you walk or every store that you go into and every person you walk up to, it's like they feel your energy instantly. And
yeah.
I just want to take it back. So you originally grew up in Ohio?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about, your upbringing and how was the journey for you, from Ohio to where you're at now? How was your journey through that process?
I would say, so yeah, I grew up in Ohio and I struggled a lot. Like when it came to like education, I saw the schools as something that if I am not passing in school, then I'm stupid. I'm just not as intelligent as everybody else. And I'm not going to become anything. So it like was instilled in my brain also because Ohio is much more of an area where you you go to school, you go to college, and you do that job that the school systems and the government give to you, and that's it. And you just, your entire life, you make money to just pay off your debts. And it's like, to me, I started to then like understand how like this system is working, where you're just being put back inside of another pattern that somebody else was also doing. Like you're just now filling in somebody else's spot, and stuff started to like really like turn in my head. And I started to understand like, okay, this just isn't for me. And it's like, there's other things out there that I could do. So when I like originally, like I grew up in a household where my family is always very supportive. Like my mom, she's always there for me. My brothers, we all do different things. Like for me, I'm more of like the business guy. My other brother, David, is more of like the brains, where anything I like, he's way younger than me, and I would ask him for help on my homework, and it was amazing. But then like the youngest brother was the athlete, and then the oldest brother was just like, he was just the oldest brother kind of thing. Like, I don't know, he kind of had like a mix of everything. And so I grew up with me and 3 other brothers in a single household. And we definitely learned what it was like to struggle, because like there was like times where we were like it was, you have to go get food if you actually want to eat. Like, because it was like bad, or like we would have to like make our own food, or it would just be like eating straight rice every day. And that really started to make me like understand that that's not the life I want. Like what that was, and my mom, she worked her butt off. She worked day and night, and like she was a single mom. She worked from like morning to night, and she then had to do like online schooling, because it was just her raising us, and she wanted to be able to like excel. And it was very difficult. So like my mindset then changed, that no matter what I got to do, I have to make it. Like I can't like live like this. I can't see my family live like this. It would just destroy me. So like I would talk to people about like what do they want to do, and like they say things that were just very much more like mediocre, and I'm like, come on, like don't you want to like help? Don't you like and you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I guess what helped me a lot was seeing the struggle, like seeing being at the lowest point in your life, and feeling like you might not have somewhere to live at. Like that really hit me, to where I'm like, I needed to treat life as important as it is. And that's when it started like helping me to like, when I went into social media, I did struggle for a little bit of time, but I look at every single thing as God puts me through stuff that he knows I can get through. And it's not just that he just gives me battles and it's just like, all right, you're not gonna be able to do it. It's like he knows what I can handle, so he puts me through it. So then I'm basically I'm training. It's like all like a training, I look at it like. And once I master the training, then I'm like, okay, now I see why he put me through that. Now I see why this happened, that happened, the third. And because then I see the end product or the end result, and I'm like, I love it. I love it. And that's when I ended up like doing social media. I would have like friends. Oh man, in high school, I had a lot of people that were my friends, but when I started social media, it was cut. That was it. Lights out. Yeah, none of that. They would tell me, yeah, because over there in Ohio, if you're doing social media, it's a lot more of like, is that your job though? You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they're like people would even tell me like, so what are you gonna do? And I say social media, and they're like, okay, yeah, but like, what are you gonna do for like a living? And I'm just like, yeah, social media yeah. And I definitely then started to see like all my friends switch on me, where every single person that I grew up with from freaking kindergarten to high school were then like turn their back on me. They're egging my mom's house. they're like constantly trying to like torment me in public, or like just random stuff that I was just like, you know what, because everybody's hating on me, like I gotta now I'm
Now I gotta make it
hard. Yeah, now I'm
I'm
pushing
gonna
hard.
make it.
Now I was like, okay, this means I'm doing something right, because anytime somebody tries to stop you at something, they know you're going somewhere. And it was at that moment that I knew, when this stuff started happening, that I'm like, this is for me. This is what I got to do. And now now feed it to me, give it to me, give me all the hate you want. You know, I love it. I'll eat that shit up. And
Gotcha.
yeah, man, that's just how I started like doing things, and it definitely helped me. And definitely having a supportive family really helped, and like having God by my side really helped. Like all of this different stuff kept me stable for sure.
Wow. So I mean, I definitely hear that, you know, there was some struggle, you know, there was, you know, some type of motivation that was within that you kept, and to keep striving and moving forward. And you mentioned earlier, you know, that, you know, a lot of this, the reason why you do it is because you like to see that, you know, that happiness that like lives in like the person's eyes, that, you know, that you're creating like this positive, you know, experience with. So at what point, you know, what makes you happy at the moment, you know, is, you know, because it's, you know, a lot of your will is like making sure other people are good, but you know, who's making you good right now? Who's making you happy? Like, you know, can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah. It's crazy because like other people make me happy. Like it's so hard to explain, but like the only person or anything that has ever made me happy is Jesus. And that's because like I was in very low places in life, and I would always feel like there was nobody there and everything, but it was always at the lowest places that I would hear somebody talk to me. And I wasn't really like all religious or anything, or believed in anything really, but it was like during the worst moments in my life that's when I would hear a voice, and it was Jesus, and telling me that I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to just not give up, and to live, and like lifted me up, and like gave me like a joy that was never like materialistic, was never anything that people can just hand out to me. It was something that like just filled my heart. Like it filled it, and it was like a crazy feeling. Like even just sometimes I would get like vivid dreams of stuff that would then come to happen. It was like I don't know how to explain it, but it was like he would then like give me a dream, or like I would it sounds like crazy, I would like he would like teleport me somewhere of something that was about to happen, and if I like, there would be like different outcomes, and if I do things this way, this is how this is where I'm gonna be, how I'm gonna feel, and if I do things this way, this is where I'm gonna be and how I'm gonna feel. And it was like I always had options. And when I would just keep following him, I kept noticing just like that's the only thing that like truly made me happy. But when it comes to things like in this world, I gotta say that it's just like I only truly feel like happy in this world because of the people that like I see their smile change, like their demeanor change. Because first time I like was offering to give somebody like money to pay for their stuff, they're just kind of like, why? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, no, like just trust me. Like, I'll buy your stuff. And there's like, okay. But then after I actually pay for it, then there's like, dude, whoa. Like, and I see them like light up, and I could tell that like what really makes me feel good is seeing that I noticed that they're going through something. They're going through something, but this helped them out for like a little bit. And it's like that's kind of what I would love to be able to do all the time. But I'm not like Mr. Beast right now, but it's like it's been able to like help me at least be able to help out wherever I can. Or like if I see something happen, like there was a car accident that I had seen a couple months ago, and I like while I was driving on the highway, I jumped out of my car, went to go help them out, and I started noticing everybody else is driving around the car, driving. I'm like, what's up with humans? Like you see somebody, their car just like flipped over. What's going on with people here? Like, don't you care? Doesn't that make you feel a certain type of way? And it's like people just, I don't know. I could tell that it's like something isn't like in tune with people, where it's like they're so focused on just themselves. And I don't know. I really like get that. I get that empathy for like every human, no matter like what you're going through or if you're angry or anything, like I feel like there's a soft spot for everybody and you can always help somebody out.
Sick.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you're not lying about that, brother. Most of this world is programmed. I'll tell you, they're programmed, they're brainwashed, and they're manipulated. And, so I want to talk about, family. I mean, family is very important. And it's, we don't choose the family that we're born with, but we're able to choose also, who's around us, at what moments, how long, and how much energy we give to them. Can you tell me a little bit about, your culture and your background? So you're Puerto Rican, and are you fully Puerto Rican?
Yeah, I'm like 92% Puerto Rican.
Okay. Have you ever been to Puerto Rico?
Yes, actually, my mom, we would like these past like 4 years, we would try to go like every once a summer. Yeah, oh my gosh, man. I gotta say like Puerto Rico and then going to the Dominican Republic are like by far, hands down, the best
experiences.
I gotta go to DR, man. Gotta go to DR soon.
Yeah, definitely both.
At this Saudi.
Especially if you do like all inclusive,
worth it for sure.
The food, yes, it's so worth it. The food is there, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then they provide everything. Like you don't got to worry about a thing, man. I love it because we don't have to then rent a car. We just like stay at the resort, and then they have like other little things. Like if you want to do kayaking, they got that. You know what I'm saying? Food, they got it, and it's all included. So I'm just like, okay, well, I'm actually saving more money because I don't have to do all that stuff.
True.
Yeah,
true. Definitely gonna, take a nice little vacay with my beautiful wife. Coming up soon for sure. Now,
where would it be though?
Say that again.
Where would it be though?
I know Puerto Rico would be nice for her first time and experience as well. I think I would want to go there first for sure.
Yeah.
Bro, come take her to Brooklyn. Come to Brooklyn, bro.
She's been to BK. She's been to the Bronx. So I want to talk about the content. I want to talk about your YouTube channel. From this day till 6 years ago, you have a whole bunch of content on your YouTube channel, mixed type of content, whether that's blogs, that's pranks and other giveaways and stuff of that nature. Not who, but when you come up with those process of those videos and those ideas, how is that process that you put together? Is it something just off the top of your head? You just go, hey, I have an idea today. I want to shoot this video. Or is there kind of like a step-by-step process you like to do before you get into your content?
So what I like to do is for like YouTube lately, I've been like uploading a lot more of like short form content, like YouTube shorts. And that's kind of lately been like my main hustle, because I've noticed it's just like exponential growth, and people now have like smaller retention when it comes to these videos. So what I would do is I go and I see like maybe a category of content that's doing good on YouTube, and let's just say the topic was just spicy food. Then what I do is I'm like, okay, I see that that's kind of trending right there. So from spicy food, let me see if I can make something even more spicy than whatever it is that they're making. And it's crazy is I actually don't like to watch people's videos because then it's gonna kind of like reprogram how I'm gonna do things. And I want my stuff to be like more like fully authentic and how I would do it. So I'm not like feeling like I'm just straight doing their exact video, copy, replica. And yeah, that's what definitely has helped me out.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Actually, when I'm doing the videos too, I'm like thinking of stuff as I'm doing it. I'm like, oh wait, actually, I'm like, oh, let's do this right here. Well, you know what? Actually, let's retry this, but let's do it this way. And I'm like, okay, this looks cool. I like this one. I like this one. So there's a lot of reshoots, but sometimes you can't shoot things.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
and for
for
those,
sure.
I'm like, for my camera guy, I'm like, listen, bro, like this is what I would say. This is a one take wonder. Like I could only do this once. Don't mess up the film. Like please.
Right.
Wow, the pressure on the camera guy.
Yeah.
For sure.
He's like shaking the camera.
Right. So just to take it back a little bit, I know you mentioned earlier about like, you know, how strong your mother is, and you mentioned your brothers and how everybody does something different, and kind of like, you know, everybody's maneuvering in their own lane. And I find that like sick. I mean, I come from a family of, I have 6 brothers and 1 sister, so I get it. And you know, my question is, I know you mentioned your mom is a single mother. Are you close with your father these days, or like, how is that, if you don't mind talking about that?
So I would say when they had a divorce when I was around like 8 years old, and like at first I didn't like have a relationship with him after the divorce because it was because of like bad stuff happening, and it just like made me like upset and angry and like really filled me up with like a lot of hate. So for like a good period of time, I don't know if it was like a few years or what, I just kind of had like anger and resentment. But like something happened, and I remember like my dad coming back into my life, especially when I started doing sports. That's when I noticed he really came back, and he was like there to just support me, and like it really showed that he cared when he would actually always be there at the practice, the games, cheer me on. Like I never told him that, but like whenever he would cheer me on, that really showed me, like, because he would be the only person cheering for me, because like in some of the stuff in some of the sports, I sucked, but he was still cheering for me, and like I would only hear his voice. So it's like it really did a lot for me. And then like growing up, we started then like going to hang out with him, going to his place every other weekend, and we like then developed a really good relationship. And then he also started involving me in different projects, like if he was building something or anything. Like I used to love to build, and he would invite me over, and I started to really see that like he actually like loves me. He just like made a wrong decision and things like went south, but over time we were able to get close again. And yeah, now like everything is good. He helps out anytime. Like if I call him right now, I'm like, hey pops, can you like can you go do this for me right now? Like he'd be like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just gotta, once I get done doing this, I'll do that. Like it's really nice how like he's always there for me.
Gotcha. So I'm curious to see what sport you were playing when you started coming back around, because I need to know. Maybe my dad will come back around if I play. I played soccer. I don't think that worked.
I don't know. Like I guess I hit the right sports or something. Like I was tapping into everything. Like I did like a little bit of baseball. Like I man, this is crazy. Like I did baseball, and like I didn't really know much about it. Like after I would hit the ball, I would like run with the bat to like the 4th base, and like my dad didn't even care. He's like, just keep running, and like they're like, you're running the wrong way. My dad's like, just keep going.
Man, like, let's clap it up for Pop. You know, No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's awesome. That's powerful too, you know, because, you know, not most are able to, you know, reconcile with their father, or, you know, have that relationship, or still have their father present in their life. You know, that leads me to, you know, my last to very few questions. And as we get ready to wrap it up, you know, throughout all your experience here, and if you don't mind me asking, how old are you, brother?
I'm 26.
Okay, 26, still super young. And throughout the 26 years you've been living, you've gone through a lot of obstacles, but you continue to perseverance. You continue to push through it, believe, have that conscious of listening to that higher spirit, that higher voice. Where and what do you want to see yourself doing? What's your I want to say your vision, you know, what it is that every day that you're waking up focusing on, putting all your energy on, because this is something you're trying to overall fully succeed, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So social media, like how I was saying, where it was kind of like a tunnel to then help me out to fund what I truly wanted to do. And it's been able to be like an access point for a lot of stuff. What I've been able to do from that was to get real estate, and I own like a couple apartment buildings, and my family, they actually manage it for me. And something that I like eventually want to be able to do is to like kind of be like Elon Musk, but like not like, I want to be like, I'm pretty sure he's like I don't know if he's like the third, one of the top, he's like the top richest people in the world. I want to be that, but it's only to then change up how things are run, like with the government, with the system, when it comes to education and manipulation. Like I want to change how they're brainwashing everybody. And that's kind of like a lot of what I feel like I'm called to do. And a lot of this kind of stuff, like even like with real estate, like that was, I to be honest, don't really know too much about real estate. Like, and I just remember God telling me, because I was like, there was a time where I was like, but I want to get a lot of money. I want to get a lot of money because like I need to help this person in this area, but I need it now. And I was like, oh yeah, there's options. There's OnlyFans where I could do that. And I could probably make a lot of quick money, but it's going to be in the wrong way. And then there's doing something else. And I remember like God had told me, he's like, listen, if you never do OnlyFans, what I'll do for you is I'll let you, I'll provide so then you can get a couple apartment buildings. And I was like, but the money can buy me the apartment buildings. Like, I'm like, come on, man. And he's like, just trust me. So I decided to not do the OnlyFans because I was like close to signing a contract for like a 2-year like OnlyFans deal. And I'm like, all right, forget it. And then literally momentarily later, I get a call from my mom and she's like, hey, they approved you for the apartment building. I was like, wait, what? Momentarily, like minutes. It was insane. And they said it was going to be like a month process, or no. They said a week process for approvals and before the guy decides on who he wants to pick. And I had sent him over one of the lowest offers out of anybody, which then also blew my mind. I'm like, other people were sending this guy other offers that were like 20,000, 50,000 more than what his asking price was. And I said it to what I felt like it's actually worth. And when that had happened, I started seeing like this is something I'm just going to keep following. Like whatever he tells me, I'm just going to do. I'm just going to be a servant and I'm going to listen. And if he tells me, hey, bless that person, I'm just going to bless that person, even if I don't know them. And if there's like, even if like how I said, I don't even know real estate, but he told me to get into it. So I'm really like, I feel like my end goal out of everything is to really try to put like an imprint on the world in a good way. And with everything I'm doing, I feel like I was mainly only put in this world to just help people. Like because that's the only thing that really does make me happy. And I feel like when I'm done doing what I'm meant to do, then it'll be my time. But I know that there's a lot more that I'm supposed to do in this world. And I could just feel it. I don't know what it is, but I'm just going to just keep following the same path and not following society, because there's a lot of distractions out here. I'm going to dive into more stuff like that on social media. But I noticed like in society now, there's like hookup culture, there's cancel culture, there's all these different things. And it just really puts people like in a bubble, in a lock. And I don't know. I just really believe in a lot of just freedom and just breaking these chains off that everybody has, and all this judgment and all this and that. Like things need to change.
No, for sure. And I think, the more you continue to keep doing what you're doing and, linking with other like-minded individuals, I think we're like in a slow process of that thing happening, but I think it is happening.
Yeah.
I have faith.
For sure.
So one of my final questions to you is actually, so on this show, we ask all of our guests this question when we're approaching the end of the segment. And, it's what does spirituality mean to you? I know that spirituality could be so many things and, but what's your version of that?
My version, I would say, I have to think about that. I see spirituality like, I see it as a relationship, as, that's good. So I see it as a relationship with connecting with not just yourself, but outside of just this reality. I feel like spirituality is beyond just this world, and really understanding where like certain voices come from. Because like for me with spirituality, I've thought to myself, is this me telling myself in my head? Is this there would be like three voices. It's either me telling myself, God telling me, or the world just telling me based off of like things that have already previously happened. And it was for me about more of deciphering the difference between every single voice that you hear and knowing where is it truly coming from and what is the intention behind it. And for me, I started just looking at spirituality as understanding that it's a relationship, and I look at it like it's a relationship with Jesus, because that's ultimately the one that is the perfect being and has done everything for me. So I understand when I hear a certain voice and it sounds like it's the hardest thing, and I know it's the most right thing, but it's like, dang, I could do the other two voices that just sound like the easiest stuff, but they're not the right thing. And I've definitely been able to really understand that it just makes us a better person when you truly follow the right voices, and when you follow the right path, and when you see that Jesus is king, and when you see that everything around you is not eternal, and it's not forever. Everything eventually diminishes and turns to dust. But if you truly understand life and you understand God, then it's everlasting.
I love that answer.
Let's just, clap it up. Clap it up. Yes, that is right. I mean, we do live in a beautiful, powerful, magical world. This universe is beyond powerful. To every thought that you put in your mind ultimately creates the reality that you live in life. And we continue, and we need to continue to keep spreading that peace, love, and light. Continue to keep doing what you're doing, brother, because you're killing it. You're giving people hope. You're giving people, that motivation of, there's still good people, good-hearted people out here that still exist. Oh my God, like, you don't know how much I needed that. Like, all those feelings and emotions that you put into these human beings every time you bless them, brother. Continue to keep doing what you're doing. And that is all the time that we have for today. It is your boy, Joshua Delva.
I'm Jimmy Levar, and this is the Online Experience.
Thank you, everybody. It's Joshua Suarez. Peace.
Hey, peace.